Thank you.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
And don't forget Jared, and he's here tonight with me and Rich. And joining us here in a minute will be our special guest, James Hamm from the hit show Whitewater on Discovery Channel. What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. So,
Getting ready for more snow again, they say on Wednesday.
Oh, wow, really?
oh, and it's been springtime here, actually, finally. And
We got a downpour here yesterday.
we just did today.
Goodness.
Yeah, today it rained.
The house freaking was rattling. It was putting her down for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be back in the 40s, so it's kind of stupid.
Really?
Yeah, tomorrow and Tuesday, like in the 40s.
I know we were in like 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah, we were in the 80s. It was like,
Today it was like 70s, so.
yeah, it's like, what the heck? Stupid weather. Oh, crap. I just ran over my headphones.
See, tomorrow's calling for 61.
Oh, it's
High
going to be
61.
It's going to be warmer there than here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Nice. Well, very cool. Jaron, what you got? Snow coming?
They say rain, snow mix. I don't think nothing will stick or anything, but maybe up in the mountains some more.
Right.
So is all the snow gone up there now? Because you said they were having like.
Oh no, we're having flooding and there's new creeks and being made and.
Oh, I bet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just getting started.
Wow.
No drought.
Yeah, you should have no worries there, right? Everything.
Yeah, the Great Salt Lake went from historic lows and it's up 3 feet from then now.
Wow.
Yeah, now it's going to wind up being at historic highs. Yeah.
And the Great Salt Lake's pretty big, so it's coming up 3 feet quite a bit.
That's a lot of water. Yeah.
Wow. 3
That's
feet.
an awful lot of water in a short amount of time. That's for sure. You know what else that I'm curious about? It's the gold prices. It's still over 2,000.
It is at the moment in the open markets. It's still holding on to it at $2,002.
No, it's just barely above 2,000 right now.
Yep. And silver holding 25 at 25.33.
Oh,
33
cool.
cents.
Okay.
So platinum down $7 to 1,039. Palladium down $17 to 1,422.
Mm-hmm.
Rhodium, as Scott says, unch
Unch.
to 6,450.
Unch.
And then Bitcoin's holding on to 30K at $30,293.
There you go. I told you.
Unch.
Told you it would go to 30.
Oh, it's gonna go more. It's
It'll
just
keep
doing
going.
this slow rise thing.
Yep. It'll get
Yeah, it's getting back up to where it was.
a couple weeks and back up 34.
Oh, that'd be nice. It was a couple of weeks. Yeah. Oh, a couple of weeks, 34. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll buy that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, because this is about what 2-3 weeks every 2,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah, it seems like the trend's reversing here,
Yeah.
going on the upward swing now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's headed in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna do something.
And we got summertime coming. So I'm sure you got Gold Rush. Just having Gold Rush this year, right? That's what, September or something? Or,
Got the faucet coming up in.
yeah. Oh yeah, you got the faucet coming up first.
Yeah, it's in like 2 months or something like that. June, right?
Noon, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Gold Rush, baby. Gold.
I'd like to make it to that. I don't know. We'll see.
What? The faucet
faucet.
or Gold Rush? Faucet?
Faucet, yeah, I need to take my judge. I'd like to take my judge out and get it going. Well, actually, I got some garage work to do to it. I haven't run the pump in 2 years, so I need to get the pump out and
Yeah.
get a bucket, a trash can of water, and get it on the bench and
Yeah.
bench test it and make sure the seals ain't leaking and
Yeah.
see if I can not get my garage soaked with water. So
Yeah.
That hose blows out. Yeah. Done.
Load it up, take it to the creek.
Yep.
Come on down, Rich. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to get that motor going, make sure everything's good to go, and get the dredge back in the water and get it running.
Right? Oh,
We
I
do.
do. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna get our guest in here. Okay.
Speaking of guests, I see our guest for next week's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
How's it going, Shane?
Get,
Who is it?
Shane Wright from the Rediscoverers on YouTube.
All right. So that's the next week's guest. The only one thing I was worried about, I don't know if my wetsuit will fit.
Ah.
Need to lose some weight to get my wetsuit.
Okay, I sent James the link. Let's see if he can get in here with.
The Pillsbury Doughboy might not fit.
You got this. I'll just keep checking that messenger and see.
Yeah.
Make sure he ain't having no trouble getting in. And
Have you been out prospecting at all? Last year at all? I know you wasn't. Did you get out
A few test pans at a couple job sites, but
at the job sites?
yeah.
I know you used to take some material home and run it and stuff.
yeah, when I was closer, I went a lot more. Now that I'm further away, and it's like I just don't want to drive back that way on a weekend.
Yeah, last year I just wasn't working in areas that's good for gold or known for gold. So
Right?
I gave it a test just to see if maybe there was some kind of channel there that nobody knew about. But yeah, just nothing.
Yeah, I just did not get to go. But listen, new year, we shall see. Yeah.
And this year, like we were talking about it, some of the Utah guys, Matt, stuff, and like it's probably not going to be till like August until we get up there with all the snow. And it's like after
Mhm.
that, it's almost time to shut down again.
Yeah, by the time all that snow melts. Yeah. Yeah, you might get a couple.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a while for all that to melt.
Mhm.
And flooding and
Yeah, if it
these 2
melts.
months.
If it melts. Right?
It will eventually.
Crazy.
Warm up here soon.
Yeah. That's just crazy is what it is. Sure is. Let me see.
Give
Okay.
a couple days of 60, 70 degree weather, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't take much. Ow. Mercy. Okay, I'm sure James is trying to get in here. He's using a phone, so
Okay.
so I'm gonna keep watching, keep checking, make sure he's not having no issues.
Well, while we're waiting, I went and got some more meat today.
Tell him about it, Rich.
Went to it was a gun shoot, basically. I didn't want anything shooting a gun. I came close. But they had a meat whale, so I ended up, it was $5 for a ticket. He had 2 numbers on the ticket, and they had 5 boxes on the table. So they spun the wheel, and if your number hit, then you went up and got your choice of a box. And in the box, that had all kinds of stuff. It had New York strip steaks, burger, sausage, and bacon in the box that I got. And then the other box that I won had chicken wings, 2 big packs of chicken wings, 2 big packs of chicken breasts, and I forget what else. 1 other thing. So I ended up winning 2 boxes there.
Interesting. A win is a win.
Yeah. Most of the stuff was already vacuum sealed, except for the patties. Oh, I won hamburgers too. That's what it was.
Can't go wrong with hamburgers.
No.
No, and then they had big things of hot dogs, but I didn't want any hot dogs. I ended up getting the sausage patties. I don't really. The only hot dogs I eat is the real big ones. I guess you call them pounders. Ones are about that big, about that long. Put them on a big roll. I like them big hot dogs.
Okay, hold on. James is having a little trouble.
Big Berthas.
So let's see.
Oh, he's having a hard time getting in
Yeah,
there.
he said the link's not working.
Mm. Probably should have did a pre-show try.
Yeah. Let's see.
I think there's some outings or something coming up here. Well, besides Gold Rush, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if Indiana has stuff going on or not. I didn't get on the site to see. Did Thomas post anything yet?
I don't know. Jaron, do you want to check? Oh, there he is. Let me see. He's calling. Let's accept the call. Let's see what's going on. Okay. I don't know if he's in our call with us, though.
I'm not seeing it. Unless he's calling.
I think he's calling through Facebook. Hold on.
How do you do that?
I don't think you can on Zoom that I know of.
Hello, James? Yeah. Okay, you're all right. Are you still having trouble?
Yeah, for some reason I clicked the link and it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
No, it says open link and I click on it and push it and it doesn't do anything.
Interesting. Jaron, help me here. What can we do?
You're live, by the way.
I'm not sure.
So I
Wait.
don't know what's going on.
Hold on, I'm trying to think how else I could send you this link, because that's the link that I send everybody, and they just click it and it brings them right into the show. Very interesting. Okay.
Be different on the phone. I don't know.
What's that, Rich?
Might be different on the phone. I don't know.
I don't know. What kind of phone do you got? Is it an iPhone or a Galaxy phone?
Android.
It's an Android phone.
Yeah, Galaxy. Yeah.
Okay. That could.
On your Facebook link, try clicking the three dots and there's a thing that says desktop
Yeah,
site.
that sucks. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I can go face to face right now with this. But
Yeah, but that's on my phone. That's not on the show. They can't see you. I'm holding the phone up to the microphone right now. Hold on. Let's. Okay.
Can you do it,
I had a
James?
feeling something like this was going to happen. I'm used to this type of shit.
Okay. Jaron, email? No, I don't know if it works still even with email though. Well, I wonder if I text you the link and not through Messenger.
I don't know. I mean, I could try anything. I mean, you would think it would have just went popped
Right.
up.
It usually does. Right.
It said open link when I had to hold my finger on it, and it said open link, and I clicked open link and didn't do anything.
Do you have Zoom on your phone?
No, I don't.
Okay. Maybe you could do that real quick. Put Zoom on your phone. You can always take it out after we're done. It's free. Just go to the App Store and add Zoom to your phone. And then when you click that link, it's going to recognize you as a Zoom member, and it'll probably let you get right in. You could try that if you want. Or like I said, on Messenger, send me the phone number and I'll text you the codes. But then you got to go to Zoom anyway.
Ed says try emailing it to him. Jesse has to have it emailed to him.
Email it to you.
Let's see.
Send me your email on Messenger and I'll email it to you. Okay? Let's try that and see what happens. We'll give that a shot. Everybody, sorry, we'll just hang in there. Rich, Jaron, you guys should keep talking amongst yourselves. Well, I see if I can get James in here.
Okay, Greg in GPS chat was asking if anybody's going to the YouTube event in North Carolina. On the
Oh, that's all right, James. No worry, brother.
23rd to the 28th at Lucky Strike in Marion, North Carolina.
I'm trying to download the app real quick.
All right, you try that while I try to get your email and get you.
Jeremy, what was it? Lucky Strike?
Yeah.
There's an outing?
Yeah. In the 23rd to the 28th.
23rd, 28th.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're all right, buddy. Don't worry about it. It happens.
I liked it down there. That was good in North Carolina.
They're just that the guys are talking, keeping the show going. I got you. We'll get you squared away. Okay, let's see.
Is there any other thing else on the site about?
I'm looking.
I know Thomas usually has stuff coming up, but for Indiana Gold Prospectors.
I have
Mhm.
it downloaded.
Okay.
See.
I'm not on the site, so
Yeah, I don't usually look at the events. I'm trying to find
All right, buddy.
where it moved to now.
yeah, I'll see if I can get in. I don't know. Well, my stuff didn't save. Since I got this new phone, I've got to put everything in again.
Nothing.
All right, well, we're gonna try this and see. I'm gonna send you these codes on email and see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, Ed says it gives more options when you email it.
Oh, really? Okay. They say it gives more options when you email it, so we're about to find out. Okay. They're sent. The subject will be codes. So let's see. Give that a try and see what happens, James.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on the
It may
site.
just do it.
On the site here, see if there's anything in here.
Email. Boom. Allow. Please enter your name. Okay.
Oh, okay. See, I think it's gonna work.
I cannot see where the events are.
I don't know. Where is the event section? I'm looking and looking.
Chad
There he
usually
is.
doesn't.
Is that working?
Hey, you're showing up.
Don't see the video yet, but it says connect
It
to
says you're
audio.
And there
There
you
you are.
There we go.
Okay, James, can you hear us? Oh, wait, you're connecting. We'll let it get you connected to the audio.
Is he still on that phone call? It might not let him connect to audio.
I hung up the phone call. All right, James.
There you are.
Can you hear us?
Yep.
All right, we can hear you.
All right. Hold on a second.
Yep, go ahead,
For
brother.
some reason, it is really quiet.
Okay. Well, let's see. Testing. Can you hear? Is it better? Better? Getting better?
Not very loud.
Not very loud?
No.
Can you hear us though?
Oh, yeah, barely.
Okay.
What the heck?
uh,
I don't know. I'll just go from here, I guess.
you sure?
I mean, I have to get close to listen. So,
Oh, well, all right, Jaron. How the heck do we turn up the volume on that thing?
Because he was in that phone call, it might not have connected correctly.
Did you end that Facebook phone call between you and me? Close out your Facebook. X out of that. It might just be a conflicting connection.
yeah, hold on a sec.
All right, brother. Yeah, anything like that could cause issues. And then it will be good.
Yeah, we've had issues like that too. When somebody gets a phone call when they're
Uh-oh.
using their phone, then it
We
tries.
lost.
Yeah,
It's all wrong.
he must have hung up. They'll be back. Hopefully,
Yeah,
he can
it's
figure out
better
it.
if it clears out everything anyway.
Right,
and comes
yeah.
back fresh.
Close everything out and then click that link and come back. And it should be golden. It should be. The events, guys, are on the main page on the right-hand side. They just,
You can't see him on my phone. I don't know.
you might
Oh, I finally found it.
find it,
How did
Jaron.
you-
Yeah.
You got
So the only one on there that I'm seeing is the September 16th one, Midwest Silver Shootout 2023, September 16th from 8 a.m. to 11:55 p.m. Eastern. Location is Kirkland, Indiana. It's let's see, Saturday, September 16th. So it looks like it's just a 1 day. 8 a.m. registration, 10 a.m. start of the morning hunt, 12 end of the morning hunt, and lunch served. 1 o'clock junior treasure hunt, and then it just says star at 2 p.m.
Mm.
Star at 2 p.m. Is that what you
Yep.
said?
Yeah, it just says star. So I guess I don't know. Thomas posted it. Maybe he's the star.
No, he is. Yes. Yeah, he definitely is.
I think Thomas just had an anniversary or something too. Maybe I think.
Oh, we have had.
Thought I seen something on that.
Yeah. Okay, James must be having serious issues. It was close. I hope he can get in here. There he is.
Should be able to.
There he is. He's coming back. There he is. He's connecting
Can
to
you hear us now?
Hold on, he's still connecting to audio.
Still connecting.
Still connecting. Connected audio.
Okay.
There we
Check
go.
mark.
There you are.
This
Can
is
you hear us
fucking,
now?
Is that better, James?
yeah, that's better. I think I need to get a different phone. I hate this fucking phone. Sorry.
It's an Android phone.
All right.
That's the problem. You got to get an iPhone.
Yep.
No, you
I
don't.
need to upgrade for sure.
Get away from them Android
Sorry about
devices.
that.
That's all right. How you doing tonight, man?
You know, I'm doing all right. Busy. I love gold shows. I've been going to gold shows as many as I can get to. I'm just working on trying to, do a bunch of stuff. And I got connections of we're gold mining in different areas.
Right.
If the show comes to a halt, I'll be full-time gold mining, and I'll go places where I know there's a lot of gold because I know the price of gold is going to go up.
Oh yeah.
It keeps
Now,
going up.
are you still in Alaska? Is that where you're at?
No. I'm in Washington.
Oh, okay. Up in Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
So what gold shows have you been going to?
I literally just got back from the Kashmir Gold Show in
Okay.
Washington.
Gotcha.
Eastern Washington. The previous one was in Monroe, Washington, where I live. So
Right.
I haven't really gone out of state to go to other, gold shows.
Sure. Are you thinking about doing that or?
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm working on me. I got a lot of stuff going on. So
Right.
just
Right.
personal stuff. So
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Understood. I know, like when Kayla was on, she's got her little side gig making that jewelry and stuff.
Right.
Carlos
Yeah.
is working on something now
Yeah,
too.
Carlos is working on something too. So
It sounds like you're working on a plan also.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I mean, Kayla, she's a very hard worker. She's awesome and she's smart and she's going places for sure.
Right.
She's freaking awesome.
That's cool.
And I love Carlos to death. We're like brothers,
Yeah.
and working with him is just a morale booster. He makes us all laugh. And he's,
Now, wait, how long have you guys been working together now, James?
so now it's been 4 years. Yeah.
4 years?
wow.
Yeah, that's some time. I mean, that's definitely some quality time you guys have had
Yeah.
together.
And we've been through a lot. And
Right.
it's real what we do. It's not scripted stuff, and
Right.
and we're really getting after it.
Right.
And I wouldn't trade my job for anything.
That's it.
I absolutely love it, and I'm glad that I got another chance to go back.
Yeah. Now, let me go back a little bit. Now, when did you start prospecting and mining? What got you into it, and when did you start?
So when I was 16 years old, I ran into a guy that he was out panning. I grew up in the sticks here in Washington State.
Right.
And I ran into a guy, and he was out panning, and said, you want to see what gold looks like, and he was showing me, and he got me interested into that ever since. And it wasn't gold; it was like mica or fool's gold.
Okay.
But that sparked my interest when I was 16. And the funny thing is, my first sluice box I ever built, it was 20 foot long. I didn't know that. I used all the cedar shingles on my dad's property to build this. He was so mad that I took his cedar shingles. We were poor. I mean, and he was going to use it for building something. I was a kid. I don't really remember, but I just remember me building that, and my dad was upset.
Well, this is
I took the cedar shingles.
It was cedar.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you used the best wood he had.
But that was my riffle. That was my riffles for my box.
I understand, but still, it's cedar. And you made it 20 foot long.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like the old timers, I guess. I don't know. I seen images of boxes that were long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A tom-tom, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a big tom-tom.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. So 16th when you started. Okay.
16, yeah. And I've scouted throughout the Pacific Northwest, panning, prospecting, in the search for gold and other minerals and whatnot. And it just I've been into it for so long, and it's just kind of a rare thing for a lot of people, especially nowadays generation. A lot of people don't want to get out and do stuff like that.
Right.
They'd rather go hike and then just go call it a hike. But
yeah,
when I go, I'm packing all kinds of stuff and I'm going to the river or going to the ocean. I've mined in Nome, Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Offshore dredging. I've done that. But besides going back to where I started, nobody else in my family, I got a younger brother,
Right.
has been into mining except for me. So
You're the only one, huh?
I'm the only one. My dad was never into it. Nobody. I just, like I said, I met some old timer on the river when I was out playing around when I was 16, and he showed me how to look for gold, and that's where it sparked my interest. So ever since, I've been on the hunt, and it's a great hobby. It can be profitable, and especially nowadays, and it gets you out in the wilderness, and it's just a fun thing. It's a fun hobby, and like I said, it can be profitable, and you're out in the wilderness, you're having a good time, especially if you go camping. Camping, the trick of panning for gold. In general, just panning, and if you're out camping, you could show others,
Sure.
Hey, this is how it works, and you classify it down, yada yada yada, and it's just it's been a great thing. I really,
cool.
really like mining, and
That's awesome, brother. Yeah.
I've never done hard rock mining. I know people.
Wait a minute, you haven't?
I've never, not load mining, like drilling, like underground is what I'm saying. Like that. I've experienced going in tunnels and stuff like that, but I've never done hard rock mining. I've done ocean, I've done creek, I've done river, and that's about it. But I'd like to get the rest of it back.
So you haven't done like no dry washing or anything out in the desert?
I have not, and I'd love to do that. And I'd like to meet up with somebody or go somewhere or find somebody that's doing that and actually be able to go do something like that. That would be great.
Swiftwater's in Arizona.
Yeah, one of our co-hosts, he's in Arizona. He has a claim down there, and that's what they do, So
yeah, they do dry washing.
And he's not here right now, because I'm sure you'd have an open invitation to go there.
Yeah, Tony Swiftwater.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, they dry wash old tailing piles.
Yeah. You got.
That's cool. When I was in Nome, I experienced stuff like that. The old tailing piles and whatnot, you can metal detect those. They may have been, gone through. In my experience, though, honestly, too, I'm going to say this. Literally, the roads in Nome, Alaska, are paved with just gravel roads, and they actually contain a lot of gold in them.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a book on that tells you about that. There's actually gold in the roads. It's funny.
Yeah. So you ever get bored, just grab a metal detector and walk the roads, huh?
Yeah. You never know. Or check the culverts. I mean, but I'm sure people have done a lot of that. I'm sure people have gone through all that with a fine tooth comb. So,
So
I mean,
you like metal detecting too?
you know what? That's another thing. I'm not the best at it, but I need to spend more time. Yeah, I can metal detect, but I need to spend more time doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hone that skill of being able to find the gold with the
Yeah,
detector. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Now, when you were in Nome, were you doing actual dredging, or were you on like an excavator barge, or?
No, I was actually dredging with a good buddy of mine, and we would go. It was just me and my buddy, and he had connections at the time. And I quit my job for like a month at a time, and I'd save up enough money to go do what I love to do, go dredging. And it was just me and him. We would go out to we go out to the West Beach, and I get dropped off. He'd go hop in the boat. He'd take it out through the harbor, and then I'd hop in a dinghy and meet him out there. So I had to push the boat through the waves and fire up the engine, get it going, and that's how we connect, and that's how we try to be successful at dredging. It was rough, but that was way before I got on the show, and experiencing ocean mining is pretty difficult. Actually, it's you got to make sure you know the weather patterns that are coming in. Make sure you don't get out there and a storm just hits automatically, which it happened to us.
Right.
And then you got to know how to throw the anchors and anchor out on GPS, because we had GPS where we were dredging. We were on an ounce an hour.
Wow.
In one spot. It was awesome. But the motor blew up on the freaking outboard engine that we had.
No.
It blew up, and I got a video on that. We're coming back, and my buddy Kevin's pulling us back in the dinghy. So a lot of stuff happens. No matter what you're doing when you're mining, stuff happens. It always happens. Something breaks. It's a given.
Yep.
Also, on that note, being a gold miner and being out dredging, you have to be a mechanic, at least, or mechanically inclined, to be able to work on stuff that breaks. A bush mechanic, because otherwise it's going to be tough for somebody that's not mechanically inclined.
Sure.
And that's a true fact, because I mean, it's just the way it works. It's if you're on your own, you got to be able to fix stuff. You got to MacGyver.
You got to be a little bit of a MacGyver there. A little bit
Yeah.
Think out of the box. What?
Right.
I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I ain't got this. What can I use to get by?
Yeah.
Right. And there's so many things I wish I could tell you, but it hasn't aired yet.
Some more of that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So I got to be careful.
Yeah, but it can happen. I mean, lots of times we've been out dredging. I used to get out in Ohio and Virginia and stuff all the time, and a hose clamp would break. What do you got? You ain't got anything most of the time. So you get in, you try to get some old wire or something. Get it around, get your pair of pliers out, pinch it, twist it, try to tighten it up, and then get the duct tape on there and tape her up. You're good for a couple hours,
And duct tape will go a long ways.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Tape. I like Gorilla Tape better than duct tape now.
Gorilla Tape's the best. For sure.
Yes, it is.
There's a funny fact. I had a piece of crap jet ski and the seat cushion was all ripped, and I used Gorilla Tape, and it's still holding up to this day.
I'm telling you,
For a seat,
amazing.
around the seat.
It's like that T-Rex tape too is pretty good.
Yeah, it just
that T-Rex tape. Yeah, that's
T-Rex. Yeah, that's kind of just like Gorilla Tape almost. I swear, those two they're amazing. Got to always keep that in your supply box.
Right. Yeah.
So is there any?
You always keep zip ties, duct tape, wire, all kinds of stuff like that in your goodie bag.
Oh, it's a must-have.
Never know.
So would you like to dredge under the ice then, James and Nome, or
I would love to do that. I know somebody out there that's got a successful operation, and I wanted to squeeze that in actually before I go back to Alaska for whitewater.
Right.
I wanted to squeeze that in,
Okay.
But I'm so busy with other stuff right now, and if I'd love to do that for a couple of weeks, just go out there and do it, and
Mhm.
and I'm not asking for much. If I dredge up a bunch of gold, you keep it. I'm not selfish. I already been through all this stuff for years,
Uh-huh.
and one thing, being friends, with your fellow miners, it could ruin, relationships between your
Yeah.
buddies.
Sure.
Yep.
Gold can do that, but
Yep.
I've been through that phase years ago when I was younger, so
That's
I
good.
understand how it is. And I'd love to freaking dive under the ice.
So you
It
just
would
want to do it. You don't even care about the gold. You just want to
no,
experience
it's the adventure, it's a
it.
thrill.
Okay.
Gold will come eventually. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm independent, and I know how to find gold.
There you go.
And that's
So,
the thing. It
I
took
mean,
you a
right
while to
behind my
read.
house, I could find it.
Right.
So,
It took you a while to read the lay of the land to know what to look for and everything, correct?
Yeah, of course, yeah, and in the history of the area, stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
Looking at the elements, or not the elements, but like the mineralization that's in the
Right.
area,
The structure.
the structure for sure, and the quartz, and the magnetite and hematite, and
Yeah.
black sand, heavy irons, stuff like that, quartz, calcite, whatever,
Mhm.
etc. Just knowing the mineralization is good enough to get into an area, and checking what you're doing when you're panning, prospecting. You're bound to find good gold when you see stuff like that.
Right.
And
The material
another
that you
thing,
guys are dealing with, is it cobble out in Whitewater? Is it a lot of cobble? Is it, I mean, I don't remember ever seeing the type of material that you guys are dealing with there. Is it?
the material we're dealing with it's really heavy granite rock, and there's a lot of green rock. And the boulders where we're at are huge,
Right.
so it's overwhelming. So trying to get rid of those boulders is the hardest thing. There's other ways, of course, but what we do is it's just sheer hard work, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen.
Right.
But yeah, those I want to say so much.
Yeah, I get it.
So much, but they had that 3 months hiatus.
Right.
Right.
That's
With
raw.
Discovery and Warner Bros. There was, maybe somebody that came in and changed things up. I can't say,
Right.
but it just kind of threw a wrench into everything. And there was people upset. I was upset, but
Sure.
Well, the show's back on now.
back
so-
on.
Yeah.
We're back on. So
Finally.
yeah. And there's some things I've been wanting to post, and there's things I can't because of my contract.
Of
I don't want to get in
course.
trouble.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
it's coming up here, so we'll be
Yeah.
able to-
The episodes come fast enough. How many episodes is there going to be before it's off again? Any idea?
There should be at least seven
At
or eight
least
more.
seven episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Now, do you like this claim better or the last one that you guys were on?
To be honest, the harder it is to get to the place, the more chances of finding better.
Agreed. Oh yeah, definitely
Due
agree.
to the history, yes, I like this place better.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take some serious work to figure out the bedrock situation.
Right.
And, a little research. The alluvial fan at the end of Nugget Creek had been mined, and previously below that, old timers got in there, mined it, and then modern day, probably in the 980s,
Okay.
got in there and mined it again because they weren't as efficient for classifying the material.
Right.
I forget what mesh they were using, but more of the creek itself has not been hit.
Sure.
It's been picked through, but due to all the snow, due to glacier and stuff like that, there could have been way more snow there when the old timers were there, and they did have a mill up above.
Okay.
and they hydraulic. They found copper. They mined gold, but in certain areas, you can tell that it hasn't been mined because there's not like a kitty litter type material. It's not loose. It's hard pack, and it's within like 2 feet from the bedrock. But the massive boulders are the huge indication.
Sure.
And you don't see any drill holes. You don't see any. You don't really see any indication that someone just recently within the past 50 years or so has actually gone in there.
Right.
You might see some stuff, but those
Yeah.
boulders are so huge. It just takes so much effort to move.
And I would think, I mean, let me know if I'm wrong, that in 50 years, a lot of gold has moved down that creek again.
I'd like to say yes, but those boulders are so massive that you would think that they would just be stuck behind them.
Oh, yeah. You definitely would think that for sure.
And it wouldn't move because gold is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and the agitation works it down into the cracks and all the nicks and crevices.
That's another thing I'd like to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first season of Gold Rush Whitewater, I was nervous.
Right.
At Rainbow's Inn, I had to prove to the guys, where they're going to keep me or, whatnot. They like me enough. And it was a rough one. But me as a gold miner, I've experienced how to find gold. And it just doesn't, I don't know if I should be saying this. You can't just dive in chocolate water and expect gold to go up the nozzle.
Gotcha.
Now, I grabbed a GoPro and I went down underwater and I put the GoPro on a nugget and I had it close to a 6-inch nozzle, and the nugget would not go in. It was sitting there dancing.
Wow.
I brought that footage back up to show them. And lo and behold, there was a conversation about, we may have missed a lot of gold in certain areas.
Yeah.
And when I got there, it was, you dive in the mud, that's what you get. And I'm like, no, we need to be able to see.
Right.
Let's get a clear day, and we'll go in there and we'll see what we're missing, because gold is stuck in cracks.
Sure.
Sure enough.
Yep.
Sure enough. Get down there and cleaning it up, and they're stuck in the cracks, and that's just the knowledge I have from gold mining in the past, and just
well, sure,
seeing it visually seeing it, so
it's a big difference when you can see it, ain't it?
What's the average depth of water you guys are working in? Like between like 8 and 10 feet, deeper, shallower?
Most of the time we hit bedrock at 20.
About 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you are down further than
the chute was almost 20 feet. I believe it was 18 feet. I could be wrong, but I think it was 18.
Right.
There's certain areas in the rivers and creeks up there that they could be 7 foot to 20 foot. In my experience, it's been 18, 20 feet.
Wow.
Certain areas, they just step down into these holes, like the chute. The chute was just like a well when I was diving in.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting area. And what I think about that area where we found the gold in the chute, and of course the miners got most of the gold there, otherwise there would have been a treasure trove.
Right.
We got what they left behind, but it was at least 18 feet deep. And when I was going down in the chute, it was just like a well. It was perfectly, like, the walls were perfectly sheer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty eerie, actually. And then the bottom, it was rounded. But if you look behind the chute, there's a waterfall that comes around the corner. It doesn't dump straight into that hole. So what formed that hole? There had to have been a shift in the earth, and the waterfall may have dumped there millions of years, who knows, and dumped right into that plunge pool and dug it out where we're finding the gold. Because behind it, the waterfall was coming around the corner. So what made that big, huge pocket?
Right.
There had to have been some water coming straight down there years ago.
Right.
And what's the deepest you've dredged? Is that there or on the Bering in Nome?
Nome, 20 feet. That's about it.
That's plenty.
20, 25 feet-ish,
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's plenty deep enough anyway.
that's plenty deep enough because you're going to lose hose after a while and you're going to need a bigger engine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's plenty deep enough. I agree. Yeah. No.
but also my experience in Nome is there's been some cool shelves that go along the ocean floor that have gold just sitting on them. I don't know about nowadays. It's been since 2017, I believe.
All right.
It's been a while, so
Yeah.
people are out there sucking it up, and
Yeah.
I found pretty good gold out there. I ran beach boxes and stuff. I had fun, and
Yeah.
it was an interesting experience and an adventure in its own. So
Sure. So
most of my experience in mining is, placer mining and ocean mining. All that's been just a great adventure until I got on the show, and that's the adventure just continues. And I'm thankful for that.
So how did you manage to get on the show? I mean, what's your
I
story?
didn't know anybody. I didn't know Dustin. I didn't know Fred.
Right.
I didn't know Carlos. I didn't know Wes. I just applied, and it took me 3 years to get the job. I applied one time, and I put up. There was a YouTube deal with me and my buddy. It was called Chasing Nuggets.
Uh-huh.
No basket. And I showed that video in my portfolio, and then I showed my education of mining and what I've been doing and what I pursue and all that stuff. And I got as far as a phone call, and then I was at work jumping up and down, freaking out. I'm like, I can't believe it. They're actually looking at me and considering me for the show.
Right.
And they said, well, if you get a Skype interview, that will be the next step. But there's thousands of people applying for this position.
Mm-hmm.
And it went away. And I was a little upset, but it's just the way it goes. And then like a year later, I continued going up to Nome and going with my buddy and filming and YouTube and stuff. And what happened with that is I applied just out of the blue.
Right.
Just out of the blue. A friend came up to me and said, "Hey, have you watched Gold Rush Whitewater?" I said, "No, not lately." He goes, "Well, they're going through people." I'm like, "Wait, they only had one season." He goes, "No, they're going on a second season." I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go apply tomorrow." So I went and did that. And I sent in another video, and then I sent in, what I'm still doing and what I'm pursuing and all this stuff in my resume, and bam, just like that, they emailed me back and said, you're on a short list, and I was so excited. I'm like, a short list? I was at work, I was framing houses, and I could not think about framing and doing my job because I was too excited. At the same time, I was stressing it because I'm like, how many people are on a short list?
Right.
How many people are on a short list? 5, 10, 50, 100?
Yeah, right.
And sure enough, I got a phone call saying, "Looks like you're going to work with the Dakota Boys. Congratulations." And I was jumping up and down in my driveway. Yes, yes. And there was nobody around, but I was so excited. And ever since, it's just been a big adventure since I got on the show, and that it's been a blessing to me. And
yeah, you've been doing good on there. Yeah, because They portray
people differently when they edit.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, like you said, that was the first season. They did seem like they were going through them. They were cycling them pretty quick, and it's like, okay, how long was you gonna last? It's like, okay, and you've stuck it out.
Still there. Yeah. I believe the reason why I'm still there is because I freaking love it, and that's what I love doing.
Well, right, yeah, that's the key, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to do other things like look for gems and stuff like that. And I got a buddy that's into Yogo sapphires, and he has a claim.
That's cool.
So yeah, I can step off to something else if I want to, but gold is one of my favorite things to find, and it's timeless. It doesn't erode. It's used in a lot of electronics, and this world is thriving for it right now. Unfortunately, our economy is all messed up, and price is going up. And it just, I don't want to get into all that stuff.
Right. But if
What type of equipment do you have? What type of dredges do you run? Do you have high bankers, dredges?
high bankers, yes. Mainly, well, I got broken into a few years ago, and all that stuff got stolen, my gold and everything. I used to have a 4-inch dredge. I have a high banker that it disappeared. That stuff got stolen. Ever since I got on the show, I've been just kind of jumping off to running other dredges that I don't own. So
I hate to say it, but gold equipment, usually when it's stolen, it's somebody you know.
and you know what? It was probably somebody I knew, which is
Yeah.
terrible.
It is terrible. Yeah.
But I built my own trommel and designed it. I have a mini trommel, and it was featured on Discovery. And it was during when COVID outbreak started,
Uh-huh.
and that was a Zoom meeting also because we couldn't be around each other. And I talked about how I built it and what materials I used to build it, and the size of mesh I put on the trommel. And then I used the Keen box. I cheated. I didn't build a box myself, which I could do that, but
Sure.
I cheated. I'm getting ready to go to Liberty and do an M-Shock course and go on my buddy's claim.
Okay.
And run my trommel. So I'm thinking about filming that. And also I'm thinking about maybe later on starting a YouTube channel. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I've got some connections, and I know where there's a lot of gold. And yeah.
Sure. Well,
There you go.
that's the perks of doing what you do. You meet the right people, and
I have met the right people that are elderly, and I have, I have enough energy before I get too old. I can do this.
Yeah.
So friends of mine have claims that are loaded.
Now, do you have any claims yet, James?
I do not.
Are you thinking about it or considering it or?
Eventually.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm still working on myself, and it sounds terrible, but I've got a lot going on in my life.
Right.
Personal stuff. And,
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually I'll get into something like that. Right now I'm a really busy guy.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to build 2 houses.
Shit.
And I'm going to try to turn them into Airbnbs.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So you definitely got some good side gigs going. If the show ended tomorrow, let's hope it never does, but you got plenty to do. You're going to keep mine.
Oh yeah. I have connections. And also, like, humbly, the doors have opened for me since I've got on the show.
Right.
I just want to go places.
That's
I just
cool.
want to do fun things. I want to meet people. I actually want to meet Dan Hurd. I don't know if you know him.
Oh yeah, Dan.
Dan's
I want to meet
awesome.
Pioneer Polly. I'd love to go mining with those guys.
Yeah, they're wild.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's cool.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, we've had them on our show too.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to hook up with them guys.
Yeah, we've had a lot of the people on, and still need to get a lot more of them.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
of them just won't bite.
Almost got all you guys now. I think.
Well, you're gonna have a hard time getting Dustin.
I think Dustin's the only one we haven't had. It started with Fred. We had Fred years ago when he was on Gold Rush.
Awesome.
And that's when we had Wes and Paul, and we had Melanie and then all you guys. But it's like Dustin, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well.
Dustin's a really good guy. He really is. He's got a lot on his shoulders. He really does.
Right.
And we all wouldn't be there without him getting all that stuff set up for us. And
Sure.
We're a big part of it too.
Oh yeah, you guys. Well, you guys are a team.
We're a team, and it's been great. And Carlos, gosh, that guy, he's awesome.
He's a character.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to the Gold. He came out to Washington and here in Monroe just a couple months back, and he was so loud and vocal. Everybody in the warehouse could hear him, and he's just that guy. He's got the gift of gab. Yeah, and he's a great person to be around, and he keeps the morale of our team up.
Right.
He's so funny. He cracks so many jokes. and just an all around great guy.
That's
Wes,
cool.
Wes, he's funny. He's a great bush mechanic. He comes up with great stuff, great ideas. I mean, his baskets and stuff that he's made for us has been successful. Just awesome dude. Wes and Paul,
Right.
they're both like master carpenters. They can
Right.
build stuff fast. They're really skilled, and it's great to be a part of a team that are very skilled in that
Yeah.
level. And being around people that are very highly motivated, it's awesome. Dustin, he's hard headed, and he's a good dude. He came out to visit me in Washington, and I was surprised. And we had a good time hanging out. He's straightforward. He doesn't put up with nobody's shit. He just he does what he wants to do.
That's cool.
And he's a good boss.
He's a good leader. Yeah.
He's a good leader. I like working with him.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And
I'm glad that he still got me on the team.
Right. That's important. Yeah.
Yeah. And Kayla, she's a sav. She's oh my God. He's awesome.
Now, would you like to work on Kayla's team sometime?
Would I like to work on their team?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I'm not the type of person that gets selfish. I'm not the type of person that wants to be the boss.
Right.
I'd love to be, but I don't need to be in that position.
Mhm.
I'd rather keep myself where I'm at, just a normal, just busting ass and finding gold, doing what I normally do. I don't want that pressure, and I don't want all that.
I got you.
I could do it. I've been talked to about that before. I could do it, but that's not for me.
Right. You just want to go put in your time and
yes.
There, I did it. Okay.
Put in my time.
Who's next?
And
we didn't ask him yet, Dennis.
Dennis, yeah. Here's a here's a question for you.
All right, James. One thing I always like to ask, and of course, every other week I'm a little bit late getting on the show because of my work. But out of all the different things that you've done, whether it's with what you're doing right now or in the past, what's been the scariest moment you ever had? It doesn't even have to be dredge related.
Scariest moment. Oof. Oh man. Let's go back in the archives here. Let's see. Well, when I was just a little kid running around, I went to a place called Twin Lakes Log Cabin Resort, and I don't remember how old I was. I was, knee high. I took off running. This place was in Eastern Washington, Log Cabin Resort, Twin Lakes Log Cabin Resort. It's next to Inchelium, and I took off running somewhere up the road, playing around as a kid, and this big grizzly came around the corner, and it was literally massive. I mean, and I just looked at it, and I went straight back through the bushes and walked slowly back to the cabin. And that was one of the scariest moments I remember as a kid. And an adult, as an adult, I'd shit my pants too. But there's been a lot of scary things that has happened. Besides that bear encounter, that was pretty.
That's a tough one to beat.
That was
especially as a kid.
That thing could have just barreled over me. I can tell you, besides scary things, one of the most challenging thing that I've done so far on the show. There's some stuff I don't want to say. I've done. There's some stuff I can't say. I've put up winches without nobody knowing. I've done some stuff. Anyway,
done some sketchy stuff.
In the chute. So back to the chute in McKinley, dredging that hole there. I was setting charges to bust out rocks in the bottom of that, and it was chocolate. I couldn't see. The river was rising. I was drilling in the blind, and I've done that several times. You got to reference things. You got to know where you're at when you go down. And the first thing you got to do is a perimeter check.
Right.
And you feel around. Well, there's a couple of boulders that I'm familiar with. One of them that needs to go, obviously. So I'm down there drilling, and I can't see. It's just chocolate. I'm blinded, and I'm just feeling. So I drill a hole into a boulder, and when I pull that drill out, I'd keep my fingers right where the drill bit was on the hole, and keep my hand there.
Right.
And then I'd feel around for the charge. Grab it with one hand, and then stick it between my fingers where the hole was at, where I pulled the drill out.
Wow.
Push it in, and that was like one of my methods of doing that. I mean, it was kind of scary. It was not as scary as the bear encounter, but what I'm saying is it was a challenge. I'm going to challenges now.
Sure.
That was a rough one. I mean, and got to give it to blind people. They're really good at getting around if they can't see.
Mhm.
I mean, and that's how I learned underwater. Can't see.
Sure.
So like getting around, you got to reference things,
Right.
and it's a challenge, and especially with the water pushing really hard, and you drop stuff, and you're fidgeting around, and you're trying to do your job, and it just gets really frustrating. But
It's a lot up there. You got a lot of challenges going on up there.
yeah. And I like challenges. I'll take on anything.
See, that's what's cool. That's what makes you perfect for the job. That you love those challenges. I mean, I don't know how many people could say.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're okay, Bob.
Half the stuff they don't show.
Oh,
There's
really?
some crazy stuff that we do, but they do a good job with editing the show. It comes out great. But there's so much stuff that we do that gets missed. I mean,
Right.
so much. And the reason why is it has to have a story, a beginning, a middle, and an end, in order to make episodes.
Sure.
Story.
Right.
Makes
There's
sense.
things that there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I could tell you one. Me and Carlos on the heading up to Nugget Creek, we were doing the convoy, and me and Carlos was driving the Jeep, and Carlos goes into a spot in the river that's a little bit too deep, and all of a sudden water's coming in through the doors, and he's just all four tires spinning, and we're floating backwards, and Dustin was behind us with the bulldozer and pushes us out. He comes up behind us and hits us with the blade and shoves us out of the water.
Uh-huh.
And we get out, open the doors, and the water's just pouring out. It was filled up to here when we're in the Jeep. And that's stuff that they don't, they didn't catch because we were ahead of them, or they didn't have a camera guy there. So I mean, I thought I would share that, and it was, I mean, that was something else. I mean, just trying to get to Nugget Creek, stuff that failed and broke, and
Sure.
I mean, I got pictures of the Jeep. The tire fell off. Okay, Dustin got in the Jeep at one time, and he decided to take the reins and drive the Jeep, and he was going to go across the crossing in the river, and he went to drive towards the river while it was going to a slope, and then all of a sudden we went boop, and the tire. He opened the door and looks out, and he goes, "Now we're in trouble." They didn't. There was no cameras on all that. I got video of it, pictures, but I'm like, "What happened?" And the tire fell off. All the lug nuts fell off at the same time. It was like some voodoo.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Weird.
How's that even happen?
Or something that just all the lug nuts popped off. Come on,
Yeah.
man. What was? And they were laying on the ground, and we put them back on.
wow.
But instead, we took the lug nuts off the other tires and switched the threaded ones that were already they were stripped.
Wow.
I don't know. So it was just all kinds of stuff that happened, and just constant breakdowns. And another thing that they don't show, I was a mechanic. So was Carlos. Working on the bulldozer. All the hydraulic lines blew out on that thing.
Oh,
So, and I got video of that too. I should probably put some post on Facebook.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
There were several things that happened with the dozer, and after working and being filmed, at the end of the day, we'd come back to camp and Dustin would be, hey, you guys fix the hydraulic line on the dozer. And we'd look at each other, me and Carlos, and go, we're just whooped neat. And what we call is when your legs are wobbly, we call it Elvis legs. You get Elvis legs, tired.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still working. I mean, we're still replacing parts and fixing things. And last year was a really rough one. It was the roughest season for mining, trying to put Band-Aids on everything. I wish I could say some more.
I know.
Yeah, constantly putting Band-Aids on everything.
Yeah, it's more than an 8-hour job, right?
Yeah, you're full time.
Yeah.
You get up and get out 6:30, 7. You get out there and you grab some food and get out there. And before I go diving, I eat my lunch right away, because that's my fuel.
Right. Well, yeah.
That's my fuel. I scarf down a sandwich or whatever, and I get in the water. And then looking forward to dinner. That's, oof. I mean, another thing about that, yes, we do get food. My first season, I was cooking, which was awesome. I was cooking. I love to cook. I was cooking burgers and brats and stuff like that.
Nice.
But we actually get food, and so does the camera crew. We all eat together, and it's
cool.
it's a good thing. Yeah.
They got somebody that cooks for you guys then, or do you guys take?
Yes, and sometimes we'll cook. You know, depending on, sometimes food won't be there, and we'll we have to use whatever. But it's quite the experience for me, and I'm humbled to actually mention stuff like that.
Right.
Because a lot of people are like, yeah, well, they're out there, they should be skinning a deer, whatever. But we're actually working around the clock, and we don't have time.
Right.
We're busy. We're busy. So
yeah, you have to be to keep up with what you guys are doing. Yeah,
absolutely.
And your accommodations are nothing like, you watch Gold Rush and they got these fancy trailers and this and that.
No, I got a tent.
That's, you got a couple pieces
real.
of plywood. It's like,
come on, I'm not digging. We're looking for the mother load. We're looking for that mother load. When that happens, that's going to be a great thing.
Yeah, it will be. That'll be cool.
It's going to be a great thing. And
but you deserve it. That kind of work. Like I said, I don't think there's many people that could do it. They'd look at that river and go, I don't think so.
It's there. It's there.
When Gold Rush first came out, it was really cool. The episodes, it was exciting.
Yeah.
But after 10, 12 seasons or whatever, and then y'all started doing it, and most of us are dredgers anyway.
Right.
We either pan, we're running high bankers, we're running dredgers. And man, it was a blessing when they started coming out, with that show, because that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of stuff that we like doing.
Right. It's
in the rivers, in the streams.
The stuff we're doing.
Actually down in the water, throwing rocks.
Yeah. Except you're doing it on a more massive, crazier scale.
Maybe not dealing with the big rocks that you guys do.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to talk about it, but it hasn't been aired yet. There's some cool stuff that I got my hands on with some boulders. Oh my God.
Well, I've seen some riggings that you guys do too with those, that claw thing that goes down into the water and then pulls them up on the cable, and
your skyline.
You guys had the cable before in the old shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Carlos says hello. He's in the YouTube chat.
Oh. Hey. See you soon next weekend.
Oh, there's your buddy. Yeah, that's cool. You guys, I caught when I think it was Carlos was splitting that big that big boulder the other night. Split it in like 4 pieces. It just was sliced. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's great to be working with an elite team, and
Sure.
Everybody's in sync with each other. And sometimes things happen, and it's bound to happen. There's history about Nugget Creek where crews have gone up there and they break up, and it happened to us. It's a weird phenomenon. So maybe I'm wrong, but it's in the books. But it happened to us. We went up there and same thing happened. We had fallen out with each other, and but we stayed together and kept ourselves strong, and
Yeah.
we got over that juju.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully everything will blow over and you guys get back in it and keep on going,
Yeah.
Oh my God. And just back to back problems up there. I mean, we worked so hard last season, and we're going back up, and we're gonna really kill it this time.
Nice.
It's just it's a rough one up there. I mean, it's because the river was raging so bad on us. It just made it so hard.
Yeah, I know. It's
And
like,
that's
in the previews, you guys was getting that rain or something, and that water. It was like, you guys got to be kidding me. I've never seen water run like that, where it was taking out your walkways and everything else, your equipment all being underwater. That's stress.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you try, and then you get shut down, and then you try, and then you get shut down, and then you try, and then you get shut down again. And it's like, we're stubborn. We're gonna keep going.
So there hasn't been a time, James, that you wanted to just throw your hat in and say, I'm done. I can't do this no more. You ever had that moment?
I've came close, but guess what? I had a conversation with myself and said, I come from a strong family root.
Okay.
Not a quitter.
You're not quitting.
I am not a quitter.
Good.
No matter what.
Awesome. Good.
Failure's not an option, right?
Nope.
That's what I tell myself all the time. Failure's not an option.
There you go.
No matter what.
So I noticed something at the beginning of the show, and I said in the YouTube chat, I says, I don't think that's a Cheeto on his table. And I just saw you pick it up there a second ago.
Wait.
You mean this piece of crystalline gold?
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
I've been waiting for the whole since the beginning of the show.
A Cheeto. Yeah. It does look like a Cheeto.
Not a Cheeto.
It'll look like a Cheeto.
That's an 8-grammer crystalline piece of
beautiful
gold.
Piece of gold. And
it's rare.
Yeah, when it's got that crystal in it. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yep. It's pitted, and it's close to the source.
Yeah. So. Nice.
Yeah.
One of your finds?
No, I wish. I cheated. I purchased it because the price of gold was low, and I had just enough money, and it was about 4 years ago I bought that, and I wanted it because it's crystalline.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Also, I wanted to share something too. I shared it on Facebook a while ago, but this was my first zip line. I don't know if you could see it.
Oh wait,
yeah.
When I was 24 years old, 24 or 25,
I
put that zip line up.
Wow.
Over a lake. I used the come along, and I was afraid of heights. Not anymore. I've overcome my fears, but it wasn't that high. It was probably 30 feet in the air, 40 feet.
When you say that, would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?
That would be my next challenge. That's like Wes and Paul and their parachute planes and gliders.
Yeah.
They're asking me to go for a ride, and I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, do it.
Just do it, right? You gotta just do
you're
it.
young, man. Do it.
Just do it.
You only live
once I do it, the adrenaline will take over.
Yeah. You'll be hooked.
Yeah, you'll be.
It's like dredging. You'll be hooked.
Yeah, right. You'll be buying your own.
And like at McKinley, the zip line, I used to shit my pants going across that thing every day.
I was gonna say when you first came on, that zip line was intimidating to you. I kind of remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't like it that much.
The only reason is because I didn't trust my gear and what I was doing.
Right.
So I had to get some training going, and Dustin trained me out, and I had to trust my gear. And
Yes.
once I got over that, and I knew I was secure, going across was no problem after that. You still get the heebies and stuff because something could break, but
yeah, and
it was repetitious after that.
And that was how high? That one was super high, wasn't it?
300.
Yeah, it looked like, yeah.
You know, we go across that thing, and there was a rock in the middle of the river, and when you're going across, you look down, big boulder, right, in Porcupine Creek. I'd grab a log or something, or a rock, and we'd all try to hit that thing as we're going across. We'd drop. I came that close to hitting it. I never. Well, wait. I did hit it with a rock. I tried to drop a round of wood, firewood or whatever. I went across, let it go, but I missed it, and it just shattered into pieces.
Oh, geez.
I don't know. I was acting like a kid, I guess. It was fun.
Heck yeah.
Got to make it fun. Every little thing. Got to try to be fun.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But still, that's high. It's a big difference from that picture you showed of the zip line, right?
Right. Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Still cool.
I do have a video going across it. I believe I might have posted it once.
But that's stuff you'll never forget. I mean,
no.
You're never gonna forget that stuff.
Yeah.
And also I was gonna say, I caught you guys some time. I got back from the gold show in Kashmir. That was fun. I love to go to gold shows and meet people, other mining enthusiasts and gem enthusiasts, or rock hounds and whatnot.
Right.
But I try to attend the gold shows, like I said earlier. It's a lot of fun. And
that's cool.
Meeting people and getting connections is the funnest and greatest thing.
Dude, they got you doing like seminars there or anything? Like
no,
speaking? Or you just
no
mingle in with the crowd?
I just mingle in with friends and family, and
right. That's
pop
cool.
on in, and
that's always awesome. Just that you would do that. That's really cool. And it's what sucks is the GPAA ain't having no gold shows this year.
Yeah.
You know? That's
so yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys got me on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Very cool, man. We're thankful.
You guys team up. And
What's
Carlos,
that?
I said, you and Carlos really need to team up and tell Dustin he really needs to get on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah. Dustin's like the wait. What's
I could push it.
Yeah, if we get
tell
Dustin,
him just come on and just give us an hour or something.
Yeah. That'd be
I
nice.
can push it. I'll try. I don't know if he's gonna buzz.
I mean, we had his dad.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. If Fred did it, Dustin should do it. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. He'd have fun. He'd come on, he'd have fun.
Yeah. He would. I'm sure.
Like, what was I gonna add? Oh crap, dang it, there was something I was gonna add. Now, is there a dream spot that you want to go prospecting and stuff? Like a lot of us would like to go to Australia and look for them big nuggets. Is there somewhere you would have in mind?
Absolutely. I have two really good places that have a lot of gold. I already know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hit it as soon as I get back from Alaska, but the thing is, winter starts, and fall starts, then winter. So I have a small window.
Sure.
And if the show wasn't going, I would be doing that this summer. Okay. But I do have a couple places. There's a place that's got a 20-foot plunge pool that's loaded. I know it's loaded because just up above it, I can't say where it's at, of course. Just up above it, there was a guy digging on a claim, and he pulled, just with a shovel and a pan, he pulled out $1,000 in gold, just digging around rocks. Well, the plunge pool is just past that. It's 20 feet deep.
Wow.
Never been hit.
Yeah, you got the experience that you could handle that. That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
never been hit. And then I'd hire somebody,
Sure.
a friend, in a heartbeat to come help me. And these are connections that I'm talking about also. Right. But yes, I do have dream spots, and those are the dream spots. And there's one in Anchorage also. You have to fly in a puddle jumper. A well-renowned geologist has gone into this claim and have actually digging around on the river, picking up nuggets.
What?
Yes. So those are some of the connections. And those are the secret spots. Those are the dream spots that I've been living all my life to get to.
Yes.
Besides being on a show.
Dream spots. Yeah. That's what you dream of as a miner. It's like,
yep.
If you could walk around and pick up a nugget off the surface, that just is like, oh.
Yeah. And I'm hoping before the end of this month, before I head to Alaska for another season, I'm hoping, and I'm going to push as hard as I can to run my trommel at the a claim in Liberty. A friend of mine, where there's big nuggets.
That'd be cool.
I'm hoping I could run my trommel there. I talked to him, and he said, absolutely, any day. It'd be on a weekend, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Come up and set up shop, and he said shovel away. So
there you go.
This guy he had a 16-ounce nugget. He's got some huge nuggets that he's excavated out, of course.
Jeez.
But it's an area I've been to. It's an area that I'd love to, go prospect. And
you got to do it.
He said any day I can come out there. So
you got to do it.
I'm looking forward to that.
You have to do it, James. I mean, you definitely got to do it. So your season starts when? Back in end of May or beginning of June, you head back up to the claim?
We're looking at probably maybe the first week of May. I might be heading out.
It's getting close for you. Time to head
close,
up. Yeah.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Psyched? You all psyched and ready to go?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to send it. Are you serious?
Probably got everything packed.
Oh yeah. I'm dropping my tool bags and getting out of here.
Yeah. You're like I'm headed down. Hey, yeah. Awesome, brother.
No, I'm ready to feet and get out of here.
Yeah. Now is it a lot for you to get camp ready when you guys get there?
You know what? Every season is just a pain in the butt. Getting set up. You battle with snow. Well, the new location is going to be a snow battle. I'm pretty sure because my experience last year, we had to melt snow.
Right.
That was a pain in the ass. It was a lot of work. I'm hoping that there was less snow this season.
Okay.
And I've heard that there was less snow. Getting set up, we have okay, I'll fill you in on this. So last year while we were leaving, Justin had got this dome tent, a huge dome tent.
Yeah.
And we had to get everything inside that because there was nowhere else to take everything, and we couldn't put in an airboat. There was too much water. It was flooding. We couldn't get anything out of there. So we put everything in this tent, and it was big enough to put our cabins in, our little cabins that we stay in.
Mm-hmm.
Unboxing that, how much snow is going to be there, I don't know. But in 2 days, we put that tent up. First, we took cottonwood trees and we milled them in half and put them in the ground, and then built the structure on top of that after we leveled it up. And Paul went around with chainsaw and he was carving out, making it nice and level for the stands and the ribs. And then I put the tent up and all that. And in 2 days, we built it and stuffed it and left, which was which was pushing, just constantly getting everything organized and making sure we were winterizing everything.
Sure.
And with our conics too, we put cottonwood trees like this and made eaves on the conics and put dredge parts underneath it,
Okay.
and bolted the cottonwood together with leg bolts, long, leg bolts, and put some plywood and stuff on it, sheared it up a little bit, made it strong enough to hopefully hold the snow. And it's just a battle. I mean,
Sure.
at McKinley, it was going out and opening the cabin and unscrewing all the plywood off the windows and doors, and just getting set up and putting our tents up and building platforms, which we did have at McKinley. They were already set up, so it's just setting up camp could be difficult and a lot of work before you can start mining.
Right.
I think that coming back to Nugget Creek, as long as everything's good, we should have a good kickoff.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man, we're hoping so.
yeah.
I was wondering, you guys, and you were talking about, you have people that cook and stuff for you, but do you also carry have emergency food, like the stuff that's good for
Yes,
up
we
to
do.
25
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, we do.
You got,
Yep.
what do you use? A Four Patriots, or what brand you use?
We have Mountain House.
Mountain House.
Sometimes, yeah. Stuff like that. So
Gotta
Yeah,
have that
that's
stuff.
Yeah, they got some pretty good stuff. I like Four Patriots. They got some really good stuff.
It's all good.
It's yeah, it is. It really is. I mean, the meals they make now are just amazing.
All right.
yeah, I like them. When I was in Nome, Alaska, that's all I ate.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with them, dude. I eat them every day.
I still take MREs with me
Yeah.
in my backpack. You never know.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, when you're running your own dredge, James, what kind of setup do you got in there? What kind of mat you running? You just running moss, or you just?
I've ran just regular moss, and I was thinking about trying to get that magic mat. I think it's called magic mat. Gosh, I forget. There's a guy at the gold show that is selling that stuff, and he does not lose any gold in it.
Huh.
And it's better than the regular miner's moss mat and all that stuff. You don't have to sit there and smack it.
Right.
It's got the right riffles in it, and it catches everything.
Okay.
I think it's called a magic mat. I could be
haven't
wrong.
heard of that one.
No, there's Dream Mat. I haven't heard Magic Mat yet.
Gold hog mat.
Yeah, Gold Hug Mat, Dream Mat.
I ain't heard of the magic one yet.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. There's a name for it, and I think it was magic mat.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I think I did hear about a magic mat once.
Did you, Jared? Yeah, I haven't
I
heard.
mean, there's a lot of different manufacturers.
I know there's so many different mats out on the
Yeah,
market.
there's so many different ones.
Yeah.
And I was at the gold show, and I was so busy talking that I didn't have time to actually sit and go over and talk to the guy about it. But there was people swearing it's way better than just the regular. You don't have to bash it in the water to get the gold and all the concentrates. You just dip it in and it's done, and it catches the gold. You don't lose any gold. So I wasn't prepared for this YouTube channel, obviously. Otherwise, I'd have his name and say, go to his website, and look him up and
go to magicmat.com.
Yeah, and there's no such thing. Oh boy.
Oh well. Yeah, you just gave your apology. It happens.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Miracle Mat? Does that sound right? Miracle Mat?
It might be Miracle Mat.
Because they're saying in the chat room, I guess Keen has
it's probably
Mat.
Miracle Mat.
Okay.
It sounds more like
Miracle and Magic sound
I've
close.
heard of Magic. There's something else Magic. I don't know. I think it's for fine gold, but I probably got it mixed up.
Yeah.
So.
It could be. Hey. We'll find out.
We get those a lot anyway.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to try the different mats.
So as far as you guys asking me questions about my mining experience and what I do and whatnot. What about your guys' experience in mining? How's that? What do you guys do? Have you guys dredged? Have you guys?
That's what we all do. We all dredge. Yeah,
Okay.
we're all
Not me.
spots. Well, Jaren's in Utah. I'm in Ohio. Rich is in Pennsylvania.
I'm in Pennsylvania, but there ain't much gold here in
Yeah.
PA. We have what's called fly poop.
Worse
So-
than fly poop.
You got to go.
That's how it is behind. Yeah, back there in the river. It's
I mean, in
fly poop.
Pennsylvania, there is gold. Barely. You got to go down at least 3 feet. And then since here, all the red tape bull crap, basically
Yeah.
you can't do any motorized equipment. So you got to use
That's so
shovel,
stupid.
classifiers, pans, and it's not worth really doing that for a couple
Right.
specks of gold. So I go to Ohio.
That's exactly how it is here in Washington. They have
Yeah.
some weird laws.
Yep.
So
So I go to
dumb.
Ohio and Virginia and places like that. And
Yeah.
dredge and-
It's a lot
Cool.
better.
Yeah,
dredge.
I dredge also. I got a 4-inch dredge and a 5-inch dredge, but I've also got claims in Idaho on the South Fork Clearwater River. So, once a year, head out there to our claims and get the dredge in and do some diving.
Yeah, and Dennis is in Indiana, and they got some nice gold out there, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That's
got,
where my dad's from.
yeah, he's got some good spots out there where he gets some
Cool.
nice gold. So, oh yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing on your scale though.
Yeah, I'm in construction
on a
too.
weekend when we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Jaron, what was you saying?
So I'm in construction. My prospecting really, the majority of it comes from, because I do concrete, I do footings and foundations.
Nice.
And so they dig me a free hole. So I get to examine those layers and stuff and take some test pans. And if I see anything worth bringing, I'll bring some equipment, recirculating equipment right there on site.
I used to do that years ago. I worked for a cable company doing underground, utility work. We go to people's houses and install phone lines. It's a thing of the past now. Cable, all that. And I would sample. We'd bring a tub and put it on the back of the truck, and I would sample the yards.
Nice.
I would do that.
Why not?
Yeah, because I was digging it up, so I'd always sample it. And there was one place up here on the side of a hill. There was a road going up, and there was like this layer of clay that was probably about 5 feet, and then there was this 1 foot layer of cobble, which was strange, right? Above that was another 10 feet of clay, and then there were old growth cedar trees above it.
Mm-hmm.
So geologically, something came in and stirred up the ground and brought all that cobble in between those two sediment layers.
Right.
Oh wow.
And I poked in it. There was rust bleeding out of it. I poked into it, brought it home and panned it out. It was in an area where I couldn't go back to. And I panned it out, and there was like 40 flakes in it. I couldn't believe it. There were small specks, but there was gold in it.
And
It was interesting to me.
of course, it's somewhere you couldn't go back to.
Yeah, it was an interesting sight for sure of what happened.
That's
It made me think about what happened back in the day. Why was there so much,
Sure.
clay above this 1 foot layer of cobble?
Yeah.
Kind of odd, right?
Yeah. Something happened.
Something definitely happened. It'd be nice to know. And James, it's been a pleasure having you on here tonight, brother.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, we wish you the best of luck, and we'll keep watching and keep hoping for more and more seasons of whitewater.
Awesome. Stay tuned. It gets better.
Oh yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
Good luck to you,
I'm
man.
glad we're back on.
Yeah.
Please back. Yeah.
What's that, Dennis?
Said, please come back.
Oh yeah. But James, we'll let you go, brother. Thank you, man. We really appreciate you coming and
Yeah, it
hanging
was a
out with us.
pleasure. Thanks.
All right. You take
All
care.
right.
Keep up the
Take
good
care, man.
Later, brother.
Yeah, brother.
See you, man. You got to disconnect from us, James. See you,
There'll
bud.
be a little red button that says end.
Well, my phone's a little complicated.
You'll find it. All right, maybe I can do it for you. Let's see. I got you.
See ya.
See you, James.
See ya.
All right. That James was a good guest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Got
that was awesome.
yeah, well, I didn't know if you was gonna make it, Danny.
Yeah.
See? I almost asked your question.
Yeah, we were saving it and saving
Yeah.
it, saving it.
I can only save it so long and then I gotta throw it out there.
Hey, I got here as quick as I could.
Yeah. No, you did good. Thank you.
I forget you don't get off till like 8:30. So
Yeah, is that what it is? 8:30 you get off?
yeah.
No, I get up at 8 o'clock,
Oh,
and then by the time I get home and get on the show, usually should be able to get on before 8:30.
Gotcha. Okay. So if you're not here by 8:30, your question is fair game.
So you're here by 8:30.
All right. Yeah, no, it was good having him. It would be cool to get Dustin on too one of these days.
I swear, I thought
Yeah,
he was on with
really-
Fred.
You thought what, Rich?
I thought he was on with Fred.
No, Dustin. Fred
He
was on by
wasn't?
himself.
Yeah,
Nope.
I thought he was on with Fred.
Nope. He was by himself. It's like, yeah. So we've.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, and there's one more that we haven't gotten, Jaron. What's his name? Scott?
On Whitewater?
Yeah.
Oh,
Think his name's Scott? You got Dustin, Paul, Wes, Kayla, James, Scott, and
Carlos.
and
Justin.
Paul, you already had that.
yeah. I think there's still one more. And we've had them all. We had the trifecta, except for Dustin. You counting on your fingers, Dennis?
Yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
what if James can get us Dustin.
Yeah, that'd be cool if he did. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be cool.
that would be cool. Yeah. But again, thank you, James, for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be watching. Me and Dennis will be watching Oak Island too. See, Scott ain't here. It ain't the same with Scott ain't here. I like to rub in the Oak Island thing just to get Scott
Well-
fired up.
He's probably in Lebanon right now visiting.
That's what I
someone's
figured.
loved
He's up in Lebanon. Yeah, that's exactly what I figured. Yeah. God knows where he's at. But he missed out.
Yes, he did.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. But it was still a great show. Jaron, how's your let me see. Wait, we got a guest next week, right?
Yeah, Shane Wright. He was in the YouTube tonight earlier.
Right. And then that puts us to end of the monthly member pay it forward week after that.
Yeah, and John Hunt, we haven't put the pictures together or anything, but he's giving away another gem bag.
Ah.
I finally got it figured out, remembered who it was that said they was going to
Okay.
do something.
I'm gonna look at
He's got to get me some pictures and then I'll get it posted.
features.
But
Yes. So let me see. So next week is the 23rd. Oh, and then we have so the 30th will be the member Zoom meeting night, right? Yeah.
yeah, we don't have anybody scheduled as of now. So.
Yeah,
Right.
Didn't get a hold of anybody.
And that's the end of the month, the 30th. So I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, oh, we got to do our
Yeah, we haven't done that for a while because the Sundays we've typically just had guests.
yeah, we've had guests. What if we get a guest, we'll do a guest. If not, we do that. Okay. We'll do
Open mic. Yeah.
open mic, yeah, the monthly pay it forward thingy and all that.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Cool. Okay. That will work. Anything else, fellas, that we need to go over?
Nope.
We cover everything? Think so?
I think so. Got the birthday? Any birthdays?
Not that I'm aware of.
No special ones anyway.
No special ones, right. Well, wait, Scott's is like tomorrow.
Oh, that's why he didn't show up today.
You're probably right.
I'm gonna postpone his birthday then to Wednesday.
It's either tomorrow or Wait,
Yeah,
I think
don't say anything Wednesday. You have
didn't he say it was the 18th? Yeah, I think he said.
Dennis, you have to pop in on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I 9 o'clock. I'm definitely home at. There's no reason why,
Yeah,
unless of course I'm out of town, but I can make the Wednesdays. I mean, that's not a problem.
pop in for that because I think his birthday is Tuesday.
Pop in for the whole show.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna get my special birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Good.
Hey, since he's not here like we used to do,
Uh-huh.
we need to think of something to post on his
Facebook
Messenger or Facebook page or something. Everybody leave like memes of something. We need to come up with
okay,
something.
what are we gonna leave a meme of?
Like birthday or something, like a surprise, someone sent him surprise gifts, like a surprise package, or it'll say surprise. He starts getting all those surprises, and it's going to be a surprise birthday.
Uh-huh.
Or something else.
Wait a minute.
When do we want to do that?
I think
This week or?
Yeah, between now and
Wednesday
and Wednesday,
everybody just
send them a
starts
meme.
sending surprise freaking memes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, surprise memes.
It looks like Darth's birthday's the 25th.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Dutch.
So
25th.
I love when they tell us because then that way, it's like, okay, you know what you're getting.
Well, I went on to Facebook on the Swiftwaters when looking, I didn't see his birthday on there.
Yeah, he don't post it. Remember, he's like, I ain't telling nobody. And all of a sudden, he's like, oh, my birthday's April 18th. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want nobody knowing my birthday is. Oh, my birthday's April 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, Scott, we got you.
I don't want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yeah.
And then the next week, you can't get him to not tell you.
Yeah, I don't want anything, but
Yeah.
hey,
But my birthday's Tuesday. Okay. Gotcha. Got it. Send him.
That'd be cool.
Send him some more mannequin stuff.
That's what I was going to say. That'd be cool to send him some kind of a birthday mannequin or something.
Send him birthday mannequin memes.
I don't think they make
Do they got memes with mannequins?
I don't know.
Any idea? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure.
You think they do, Jared?
There's a meme
We
about
in the-
anything and everything.
There's a lot of memes for like birthday dances and stuff like that. I'm sure you can find a meme that has a big old fat guy on there doing some kind of weird funky dance or something,
Remember when you used to do those silly things, Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis, you used to put faces on all
Yeah,
those
you put them
things.
faces on them things and they'd be dancing and stuff.
Oh, I still got that.
Why don't you? You could probably do something with that too. With
Yeah.
Scott's face. Yeah. Yeah.
Find his picture and Rob's picture. And
Yeah.
put 'em on
Yeah.
there.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
I posted on Facebook back in Vegas when you was
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
that.
with me. Yeah, in the lingerie. Yeah, them things.
Yeah. The little elf costumes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to start doing that again. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, you got to do that for the special birthdays too.
Rock star.
Heck yeah. Send him one.
I will.
Be nice if you had something with a
Well,
man.
I'll post it on Facebook and then tag him in it. So
There you go. Send it to his messenger.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're out of here. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We want to thank James Hamm from Whitewater for hanging out with us also. And don't forget to join us Wednesday. And Jaron, who's the guest on Ed's show Tuesday.
It is none other than Inside Ben Prospecting.
Inside Ben
Prospector Matt.
on Tuesday night hangouts with Ed and Jess. Be sure and check that out. And we'll see you Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.